Good morning. Happy Tuesday. As always, Ashley doesn't have coffee. She has orange juice. By the way, I have special guests. This is Ashley King and Barrett King. This is Robbie's espresso blend. He gave me a giant bag, so I've been able to get it mega dialed. It's delicious.
Simply orange. No pulp.
Simply orange, no pulp. Yeah, I don't know. She's a weirdo. So yeah, what's up, guys? Thank you for being patient with me. I wanted to wait on a couple things. Today is a very special announcement, and the reason I wanted Barrett and Ashley here for it, that we've been working on since November. And I didn't know how I wanted to do it, but it coincides with something I'm going to talk about at the end of the video, which is a partnership that me personally and Lululemon are going to be doing. And I brought notes because there's a lot. So stay with me. It might be a little long today, but we'll get through it together. So Ashley and I, so I'm going to start by just saying I apologize for being a liar. Over the last, I don't know, how old are you? 8. So over the last 7 years, I've answered the question of if we're done and we're gonna have any more kids as no. And no, Ashley is not pregnant. There's champagne in that orange juice. I know it's a Wednesday or a Tuesday, but she's weird.
Summer, baby.
Summer. She's on vacation. But we have decided to be, do you want to say it? No. We have decided to be a foster family. Never fails. I cannot say those words without almost breaking down into a puddle. With the hope of adopting a little one. I say a little one because, and I am more than willing to talk to you guys in depth about this, but this would be like a 47-minute video. We have set an age range of a newborn to a 1.5 years. We are in the final phase of everything. We've been approved for everything. Everything's done. All our training is done. Our background checks are done. Our home visits are done. It's all done. We are waiting on the final step, which is a report that gets filed. And then from there, we get phone calls. And there will be a baby. Not only in our house, but at the gym. And those of you guys who haven't experienced this get to experience Joe with Coach Joe with a baby Bjorn on.
I will hold him.
A couple notes I kind of made, him or her, who knows? Is this is something that's always been important to us. I know it seems sudden, but it actually isn't. Ashley and I have always, since we've been together, it's something that Ashley's always wanted to do. Especially later on, she's wanted to be a resource home, which is something we've wanted to do when Barrett gets a little older or is out of the house. This is where if a child is removed from a situation that they have to go somewhere, right? So you make yourself available to them. As far as a general adoption goes, what we've learned through all this is that reunification is the name of the game, right? So I've always felt that one of my biggest struggles was if a child does come into our household and then it winds up being reunited with a family member or a parent, that I didn't know if I could handle that. Probably going back 2 years now, things just started to change. For me, I think it was getting healthy. I think it's not only the physical, but the mental health work I've been doing. There we go again. Thank you. There's just a lot of factors with that, that I kind of changed my tune, and all of a sudden I realized if I could help this child, even if it gets reunified, and that not only could I help out this child, but my son is rubbing my back. If I could help out the parent in this situation and get them to turn their life around, I think that's a win. But I think the biggest thing for me and why it's been important to me to talk to you guys is about being healthy, not only physically through training, but mentally, emotionally, just dealing with a lot of that stuff. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. And, essentially we are going through the county. We applied, and then we did a series of trainings and background checks. And that's what we've been doing for about the last 6-7 months, is working on that stuff. So it's been a fun process. It's been educational. We've learned a lot, and now we're in the home stretch. I had made a note, like, what does this mean? And, we had kind of touched on that, like, it obviously doesn't change anything in the gym, but it's just something exciting. But one of the other exciting opportunities that have come forth with this is, as you guys know, with Lululemon, with being a brand ambassador for them, I'm given a lot of opportunities to do good and to do stuff and to help people, like in the gym. But one of the hardest things, it becomes this paralysis by analysis, right? There's so much, like, they're willing to do whatever I want, that it becomes hard to really narrow it in and find focus. Because it's like, what about this? And they're like, sure. What about this? Sure. Like, they never say no. So it's almost like I'm so overwhelmed that I don't even know where to start. So with all this, I've realized that one of the things I'm passionate about is education and awareness. And there we go again. Helping out foster kids. So I am going to be partnering along with Lululemon with a company called Foster Love, which I've become aware of through this process and going through and asking about nonprofits that help people. Also, we have some members in the gym that help out with Foster Love. Essentially what they do is they do trips and they help out foster children, but one thing they also do is supply backpacks, which is what we're going to be doing with Lululemon, what they call sweet cases, which are like gift boxes in a way. So the way we are going to be doing this is I wanted to do something for back to school, and I know it's coming up soon, but we'll just do what we can. It's not the only time we're going to do this. My plan is to do them, like 3 times a year, like a back to school, a Christmas, and then we'll do like maybe a beginning of summer one, something like that. And then as stuff comes up, it's going to be a long-term partnership and ambassadorship for me with Foster Love. There are going to be a couple ways. We're going to have a link where you could donate. And we had set a goal of $1,500. And if we crush that, great. If we don't, no big deal. And what this is going to go towards is building these cases for the kids. There is going to be a link that gives a supply list for school supplies. It's an Amazon link. And we'll be collecting donations not only at the gym, but at Lululemon stores. And we're going to be doing some satellite events at the Lululemon store, some yoga classes, and we're going to ask that people bring supplies or donate to the fundraising link. And then we're going to be doing a volunteer. So that first one will be July 28th, which is a Monday. It's tentatively going to be 9 to about 11 or 12, and then we're going to do lunch afterwards. It'll be at their facility in Brea. We're going to do a little tour. They're going to talk about the program, about what they do, and then we're going to build cases and we're going to build backpacks, and we're just going to help out. Now, obviously, like I talked about in the beginning, I can make this video 45 minutes. We're not going to do that. So if you guys have questions, if you have questions about foster love, if you have questions about adoption, if you have questions about anything, please let me know. But yeah, it was important that I informed you guys, and you're part of my family. So it's been weird.
Not being able to share.
Thank you. Not being able to talk about it. I did have a conversation with the coaches. There were a couple people that know, but I felt like the time was right, especially with the ambassador program with Lululemon and with Foster Love and what I'm going to be doing moving forward with that, I just felt like it tied all together with this back to school event that we're going to be doing. So stay tuned, a lot of information to come. Please reach out.
Save the date,
Save the date.
July 28th.
I'm an open book when it comes to this stuff. I will sit down and talk to any of you guys about anything, right? It doesn't, about health or wellness stuff or the fostering stuff. So thank you so much for listening to me babble and ramble for the last 10.5 minutes. Bear, anything for the people?
I'll see you later.
Ashley, anything you'd like to add?
Say something. What am I gonna say? Oh, well, Dad wanted to know if I should add anything. We're just excited and we're happy that you guys all know now. And, part of the secret is my own fault. I wanted to wait till we were later in the stages, but now the time's right, especially with this Foster Love opportunity coming up. And, I followed them for a long, long time, so it's nice to finally be able to do something to help them out instead of just following them on Instagram or, and knowing people from the gym who have a connection with them. It really creates such a great opportunity knowing that this is a great place to kind of start with our efforts in helping other people. We know it's real. We, like I said, know people who've worked with them and for them, so it's not a scam. We know that the money is going to these kids who need help, and it's a lot more than you think. So we're just happy to be trying to do our part, whether we end up adopting or just fostering. We're doing something for them, so we're just happy to be part of that. I'm not a crier.
She's not. I'm the babbling one. Yeah, and it was one of those things when we originally, I was talking with my regional sales manager with Lululemon and, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and then talking with my social worker, who's my point of contact, and Ashley's for the adoption. We have, essentially what happens is the baby will have a caseworker, we have a caseworker, and then there's, I talked, it was like a light bulb moment for me. It was like, oh, this will be my thing. Like, moving forward, like, this will be my thing. Like, for some people it might be Toys for Tots or fucking a food kitchen or I don't know, whatever. But this will be my thing, and it was finding the right partnership and talking with the people at the San Bernardino County, with the social workers, and asking their opinion about different companies and organizations, and sitting down and talking with them and having some just honest conversations. So it's been a lot of fun. If you guys have questions, hit me up. And thank you so much. Ashley?
Thanks, guys. We'll see you at the gym.
See you at the gym.
Hey, I want to say something.
Barrett's coming.
Up.
Buckets.
Okay, deuces.